The concept of preparing your place is a concept that was mentioned in the Bible numerous times. It is a concept that Neville Goddard emphasized on, and I know Kabbalah teaches about it as well. But the question that I had is, why is this idea of preparation, preparing your place? What does it mean, first of all? We're going to dive into that. But also, why is it so prevalent? Why does it keep coming up in the Bible? And what is the Kabbalistic interpretation? And I know Neville Goddard as well. A lot of you are familiar with Neville Goddard. He actually studied Kabbalah himself. Kabbalah is actually like the source. Little side note, Kabbalah is an ancient mysticism that decodes the Old Testament and explains how the stories are actually relevant to us today. And it breaks down the symbolism. It goes very, very deep into the mysticism of life and very deep codes of life that are mentioned in all the religions, mentioned in all the spiritual practices. Like Kabbalah really is like that root and that foundation of everything. And it's something I've been studying for years and years and years, and will bring more and more to my channel as well. Just a side note. But I want to break down, why is this being mentioned again and again and again? What is the importance of preparing our place? How does this help us to manifest our desires? And how can we prepare ourselves to receive the things that we have been asking for? Let's get into it. Hey Soul Fam, welcome to the channel. I'm Rahosa, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It is such a blessing, like beyond a blessing to have you here on the channel today. Now, if you are interested on deep topics like esotericism, ancient mysticism such as Kabbalah, manifestation, self-development, productivity, creativity, self-expression, literally anything I'm passionate about, I'm gonna bring it to the channel. So you might as well join along the fun. Also, just join the ride. Join the daily inspiration. Binge watch the videos. Create the life of your dreams, damn it, by joining the fam. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, so preparing your place. We can manifest our desires by preparing for them. And what exactly does this mean? Kabbalah explains this concept as expanding our vessel to receive. Now, as human beings, we all have a limited amount of a capacity of what we can receive, of what we can hold, of how much can fill our cup. And I love to use this example. I'm going to bring out the classic water bottle. If you've been on my channel a while, you've seen me use this exact example before. But basically, imagine like the human being is a vessel. We are like a container that is able to hold, a cup, for example, is only able to hold this amount of water. Now, this is like the human being, the human body. We're only allowed to hold a certain amount of light. The Creator, this endless force of sharing, of love, of giving, it's always shining in our life, but we're not always receiving it. Why? And it might be because our cup is already full. We don't have enough energetic room to receive more light. Like this water bottle, as beautiful as it is, if the vessel is full and you keep trying to put water in the container, it's not going to receive the water. The water is going to overflow. It's going to create a level of chaos, right? So it's the same thing with our human vessels. We can only receive a certain amount of light at any given time. So even though the Creator wants to give you the $1 million, give you the dream house, give you the dream man, give you the dream, your vessel can't hold it because it's already full, because you don't have the container to be able to take in more. Because if you did, it would just create chaos in your life. It would just overflow. It would be too much, and your subconscious mind would find some way to repel it, to sabotage it, to say, no, I know you're amazing, the blessings want to come in, but they can't, because the vessel is full. Okay, so the idea of preparing your place is very similar to the Kabbalistic interpretation of expanding your vessel, opening yourself up to receive. Because when you open yourself up to be able to receive more, you are preparing yourself to receive more. So expanding your vessel means like your cup now is becoming bigger. You're creating more space. You're able to hold more. You're able to create more in your life without it causing an overflow, without it being too much for your soul, for your body to handle, that you just sabotage everything and everything goes to shit. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is how we can break through that. We can actually prepare ourselves, expand our vessel so we can receive the blessings that we are asking for and that the Creator wants to give us. The Creator always wants to give you more, but is your capacity to hold it big enough, strong enough? Are you ready for it? Have you prepared for it? Okay, that's what we're talking about here. So preparing your place means this. Preparation, that needs no explanation. You know what preparing means. But your place, what does your place mean? Your place means your home, your body, your soul. So like I said, if your soul is ready to receive, if your body, while we're in this physical human experience, our place is our body. Our place is our life, our home, right? Our home is our body, it's our soul, it's our life. I want you to take a good look at what it is you're desiring right now. What do you want to call into your life? What are you trying to manifest in your life? And ask yourself, if you look around at your life right now and the way that things are set up, the way your life is currently going, the current state of your body, the current state of your relationships, your friendships, your home environment, like the cleanliness, like whatever it is that your life environment is right now, is this a reflection of the life that you want to call in for yourself? Is it creating room for your desire to come in? For example, if you want to attract your soulmate, or if you want to attract a new home, the question is, how are you treating your current relationships? How are your current relationships doing? Are you prepared? Have you been doing the work? Have you been really in the dirt and in the preparation of receiving your desire? Is the home clean, right? Is your space clear? Is your space clear now? Do you feel good in your current environment, your current circumstances? Because how can you prepare yourself for something new when you can't even handle what you have? But Neville teaches us that our preparation is done in the mind through our imagination, which is the creator of our existence, reality. Everything we're seeing in our outer world is a reflection of the internal, right? Neville Goddard will say, what you imagine feelingly, like you're able to imagine it, you're able to feel what you desire, you believe it's here, it's already here. By getting into that state persistently, repetitively, again and again, that is how you open your vessel, you expand your vessel, and you prepare your place. I'm going to say that again. And again, this is Neville Goddard's quotes, it's his interpretations, which really does work. Live in the end, live as if your desire is already here. To live it, to feel it, to know it, to imagine it, to literally be it. To be in the life that you want to live in right now. That is how you collapse the time. That is how you can quantum leap yourself, expand your vessel, as we're saying, to be able to receive more by already feeling like the more is here. Now, the first time you might think about your desire and think, oh, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be, you can have all these desires, but do you feel like that version of yourself? And it's a repetitive cycle. You need to do this day in and day out. Where is your focus consistently? Because the more you say it, the more you feel it. The more you feel it, the more you will act that way. How will you know if your desire has suppressed into your subconscious mind? Because you're going about your day-to-day life acting as if it's already here. That's something you build up to, okay? It's not something that happens like this. And I know in the manifestation community, there's so much talk about like wanting it instant. This second, my desire needs to come right now. And while there are so many things that can come right now and are possible to be like the snap of your fingers, it's done, it's here, there's no resistance, blah, blah, blah. There's also so many things in our life, and especially things that are worthwhile. And no one wants to hear this, but I'm going to be the one to say it because it's what it is. You must persist in this imaginative state to really be able to call it into your experience. Because what we're manifesting, it's not just a thing or two, right? It's an entire new energy of being. I'll give you an example of my life right now and what I'm desiring to call in. And this is something I've been wanting to call in for a long time, is growth on this channel and really showing up on this channel. But I was realizing that because I've been on YouTube for so long and I've just been like pumping out content, I realized I actually wasn't enjoying the lifestyle of what I was doing. Like actually sitting down to film, like there was just so much resistance around it. By the way, I'm so grateful to be sitting here filming this right now, because for the longest time, I just had so much resistance. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like this is something I'm doing because I love it, right? I'm only doing this because I want to create impact in this world. I want to be able to share my message. I believe I have something to say that shall be received. And I believe I have the gift of sharing that knowledge and wisdom that I'm learning and discovering, and my passions, whatever. But the point is that I had such a block to be able to just sit down here and film and record. And I was realizing, like, how am I possibly going to get to the outcome that I want and reach more people if I can't first love what I'm doing? So I realized, instead of trying to even manifest like the end result, like let's say, 100,000 subscribers or whatever, how can I manifest actually loving this experience? Because I know that's going to prepare my place. That's going to get me to the level where I'm actually able to not just receive the people, subscribers, whatever, but the energy of who I want to be when I get there. So how can you get to the energy energy that you want to be in when your desired outcome is here. Because if I feel miserable, let's say filming videos, and I hate what I'm doing and I'm just doing it to do it and blah, 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 then when I get to the goal that I want of calling in the subscribers, the whatever you want, calling in the abundance from my business, if I am building the business from this state of like, I don't like what I'm doing, this isn't really in alignment with me, then when I get to that point, it's not going to get better from there. There's actually going to be more resistant. It's going to be short term. So what I'm encouraging us to really reflect on right now is, how can I feel? Because it's way more important to feel how you would feel if you had it, so that you can actually enjoy the process now on the way to the manifestation, right? And that was just a little example about my YouTube manifestation, but it's the same applicable to any situation that you want to call in. So it takes persistence in your imaginative state to get yourself to the point where it just does begin to feel natural. It begins to feel just like your regular life. Okay. Now I want to talk a little bit about action, because it's such a buzz in the manifestation world. And there's something you got to know about me. Okay. And that is that I don't care about what other people are talking about doing. I actually believe that what you believe to be true is going to be true for you. It's going to work for you. And I'm not here to change any minds. I'm not here to do anything other than share the wisdom that has come to me, that works for me, that I feel will benefit you. And you can take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But there's a huge buzz about acting in the manifestation community. Do you need to take action? Do you need to actually do the work? Just all this talk. And I don't really care what anyone says. This is what I believe about the matter. What I believe, if you really desire something, you desire to create something in your life, you desire to experience something, to manifest something, you should be exhausting all the spiritual, so like the imagination, the energetic work, the thinking, the feeling, all of that, as well as exhausting the physical actions that it will take for you to get to where you want to be. So if you want to be the healthiest version of yourself, yes, do all the mindset work. Really feel yourself into that state. Really embody that, the highest version of yourself, and visualize and all the things. But then what is that naturally going to do when you continue to affirm and you continue to say that you're this healthy version of yourself? The next step is to also put in the necessary actions that are going to get you to the results that you want. And I don't understand why people are saying like that's a bad thing, like action is a bad thing. Don't you want to feel like active in your life and take action on the things that you want to be doing? The thing is, we want to take action, but we don't want the discomfort of taking action, because sometimes discomfort is discomfortable. I get it. There are so many times when I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do the things that I need to do. And trust me, I've been having those days as well. But I have to remind myself as well, it's not just the mindset work. Okay, it's also taking the physical actions that are necessary to prepare yourself, because there's this quote that Victoria Washington says. It says, body leads, mind follows. And I love that, because it's kind of like the opposite of what we're taught and what we're told in the manifestation community, that it's all in the mind. I think the truth comes when we're able to blend the two, because as human beings, we're not coming to this earth as just a consciousness, as just a mind. Yes, that's where we originate from. That is our higher self. That is our soul. We are all consciousness beings, and we will return to that space. But when we come into this earthly experience, we also have a body. We have these physical limitations, and we need to work with it. We need to be able to move with the body and get it to the state that it can be its best at. And that's also ultimately also my inspiration for my health journey and like pushing myself forward, is because I want to feel alive in my life, active in my life, like I'm able to just show up for myself and the people I love, and like be in the highest energy that I possibly can. And that doesn't just have to do with the mind. It also has to do with how am I treating my body? How am I moving in my day-to-day life? Because sometimes, let's be honest, going to the gym is uncomfortable. But how do we feel after? We feel light, we feel amazing, we feel like the endorphins on top of the world, and we're also in a higher state to be able to manifest and attract. Our consciousness is naturally elevated, so it helps us manifest quicker. When our body goes first, sometimes our mind isn't ready and our mind can psych us out. But if the body goes first, the mind will follow after that. So you can do it either way. Start with the the body or start with the mind. Either way, both need to work in harmony to get us to where we want to be if we are to live in the fullest expression of ourselves, right? And I'm only talking to you if you want the best of the best. I mean, I actually do understand why people have a resistance against action, because it can be challenging, but you have to remind yourself too, it's only challenging in the beginning. You push through that initial stage, and then you become so grateful that you actually took the actions necessary, not only because you'll feel better after, but actually, yeah, because when you get to that goal, you get to your manifestation, you can actually say to yourself like, wow, I deserve this. I actually feel like I earned this now. It's actually something I thought of. I did the mental work. I had the mental discipline, the mental diet, the imagination, and I did what I needed to do. And something I will say is like, God, I will put in my effort. I will do my part, but then I leave the rest up to you. I know it will manifest when I do my physical actions, I do my mental work, and then I can let it go. And I believe that is like the perfect paradox. It might sound like a paradox. It's like I'm doing everything I can and simultaneously I'm letting it go. I want this so bad, but also like whatever's meant to be, I know it will happen in the best good. This paradox is the key to understanding and also living in a spiritual life. And I love this so much. I heard Michael Berg talk about this. He is the leader of the Kabbalah Center. He said that the word paradox is one of his favorite words in spirituality because it's so true. Like two truths can be true at once. I can want everything in the world. I want to set my intention, set my declaration. This is exactly what I want and I'm not settling. And this is, my desire of what I want to create in my life. And simultaneously, at the same time, if this isn't meant for me, I completely trust and let go that whatever is meant to be will be. But I'm still holding on to my vision and what I want, and I'm going forward and I'm taking actions and I'm creating. But God, I also trust that you know what's best. It's like, how can we find this paradox? If we can find this balance, we're golden, okay? And this is preparing your place, preparing yourself to be able to receive by embodying the energy now so that when it comes, you're ready, you're fulfilled by it. And that's everything, right? We want to be fulfilled. That's why we're manifesting in the first place. That's why we're doing what we do, right? This is the message I had for you today. This is all about preparing your place. What does it mean? How can we do it? Hopefully this video gave you some practical and tangible things you can do, and also the inner work that you can do as well. This is probably something I myself, I'm gonna come back to and watch and re-listen to, because it's so important to remind ourselves of this. We prepare our place by actually going there and feeling it now. We can't always wait for the future to get what we want to receive, right? We want to feel into it now. We want to be that version of ourselves right now. So leaving you guys off with this message, please comment down below what was something valuable that you got from this video. Is there anything that like sparked your imagination, your mind? Like what is it you actually want to prepare your place for? Please share it with me down below. I love reading your comments, love just feeling like the sense of community from this channel is everything. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. If you are still here to the end of this video, you know what? My nails are pink. Comment like a pink bow emoji so that we can be in like the pink vibe together. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.